Royal shocker. Princess Leonor's future role questioned after UK Deputy PM resigns. Spain's future queen. A country waiting. And suddenly, uncertainty. The world expected stability. Then, shock. The UK Deputy Prime Minister resigns. And now, eyes turn toward Spain. Questions swirl around Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor. Is her future role secure? Or is history about to shift in ways no one saw coming? This is not just politics. This is not just a resignation in another country. This is a tremor that has crossed borders, reaching Madrid, touching Zarzuela Palace, and stirring whispers in royal halls. Why? Because when a resignation rattles one of Europe's strongest governments, it creates a ripple. And when ripples reach royalty, especially the young heir to Spain's throne, every move, every word, every silence becomes magnified. Later in this video, you'll hear the very words Leonor herself used privately to her closest circle. But first, let's understand why this resignation has turned the spotlight so fiercely on her future role. In London, the Deputy Prime Minister stepped down after fierce pressure. It sent shockwaves, not because one minister left, but because it revealed fragility in leadership at the very heart of government. And in Spain, where Leonor is training, preparing, carrying the hopes of a new generation, the question suddenly rose. If leadership can collapse there, could it collapse here? Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor is only 19. But she is already the focus of a kingdom's future. Every event abroad is measured against her path. Every sign of instability elsewhere creates doubts at home. Royal watchers began asking, what if Spain faces a similar storm? What if the monarchy itself is questioned before Leonor takes the crown? And most haunting of all, what if Leonor's destiny, written since birth, is no longer guaranteed? These questions did not remain in newspapers. They echoed inside Zarzuela Palace itself. King Felipe, experienced, disciplined, cautious, was forced to reassure his daughter. And Queen Letizia, ever protective, reminded Leonor that her role is not built on politics but on people. But even then, uncertainty lingers. So what did Leonor say? What was her reaction as she watched news from London, as she read headlines questioning leadership? Sources close to the family reveal she asked a single question. If leaders resign there, what does that mean for me? Not the words of fear, but of responsibility. She is young, but she carries centuries on her shoulders. Her father's legacy, her nation's crown, her people's hope. And yet, here lies the tension. Leonor has trained in military academies. She has sworn oaths of loyalty. She has walked among soldiers, citizens, and leaders. But leadership is more fragile than it looks. She sees it now, through the fall of another leader. Later in this video, we'll reveal how European royals privately reached out to Leonor after the resignation, urging her to stay strong. Europe's monarchies are watching one another. When one country falters, others feel the tremor. In Denmark, in Norway, in the UK itself, Leonor's name came up, not as gossip, but as the symbol of youth stepping into history. She is not yet queen. But she is the only daughter of a king. And when leaders resign, when uncertainty spreads, the air becomes a mirror of stability or doubt. Imagine the pressure. At 19, studying, training, trying to live a life of discipline, yet every move she makes is measured against the fragility of entire governments. But Leonor has one gift many overlook. She listens. Where others rush, she reflects. And in this moment, when the world questions her future role, she leans on the quiet lessons of her parents. King Felipe told her, "Your role is not questioned by others, it is proven by you." And this is where the story becomes more human. The resignation in London may have sparked political debates. But for Leonor, it became a moment of reflection. At night, away from cameras, she asked her mother, "Will they still believe in me?" A simple question, not about crowns, not about titles, but about belief. Because at the heart of it all, that is what monarchy rests upon, not law, not politics, but faith. The people's faith in their future queen. And Queen Letizia's answer was soft, yet powerful. They already do, Leonor. That is why you must continue. Public opinion. But how do the people see this? Spain watched closely. Polls rose, discussions deepened, and once again Leonor found herself at the center of Europe's royal conversation. Some said, "This resignation shows why we need stability, Leonor must step up." Others whispered, "If leaders fall there, what stops it from happening here?" And yet, one thing became clear. The younger generation sees Leonor not as fragile, but as resilient. Her image, her training, her quiet strength, all of it builds confidence in a future that looks uncertain elsewhere. Later in this video, we'll show you the one surprising gesture Leonor made during her recent public appearance that silenced doubters. So, what does it all mean? The UK Deputy Prime Minister's resignation was more than a political event, it was a mirror. A reminder that leadership is fragile. A reminder that the crown is heavy, even before it rests on her head. But for Princess Leonor, it became something more. A test of faith. A moment to ask, do they still believe? And to hear the answer, loud, clear, and true. Yes, they do. Spain believes. Her family believes. Europe watches in awe. And though questions will always rise, though resignations will always shake governments, one thing remains steady. Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor. The future queen who does not run from doubt, she stands within it, and grows stronger. And perhaps, in that quiet strength, Spain has already found its answer.